Okay. Shenanigans in Shady Town with the NFL Draft. You know, my thing is college sports. I was not going to weigh in. Somebody asked me my perspective and said they had been waiting to see what my perspective was. So I will give it to you right now. Now, you will see we're starting off with my bootleg Cleveland Browns hat. I got it at the Cleveland Browns game last fall when they played Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens and beat them. It was quite the game. Now, I'm also wearing my Atlanta Braves gear because there is no scenario, zero, under which I can rep the Atlanta Falcons right now. None. So let's dig in. There's plenty of perspective out there on Shedeur Sanders, and there's plenty of perspective on what all the things he did wrong, that somehow those things that he did wrong created the situation he found himself in. So here's what I've heard that people are talking about where he went wrong. First, he went wrong obviously by being Deion Sanders' son. Not that he had any control over that. But apparently that was a fault. Okay. What else? He skipped the combine. What else? He skipped the Shrine Bowl or East West Bowl or whatever bowl that was that he could have participated in and passed on. Okay. He didn't interview well. Okay. He's too cocky, too brash, too confident. Okay. He needs to be humbled. And lastly, maybe his dad mismanaged the process. So those are all the things that supposedly he did wrong, and those things cost him. Okay. Even if all those things are true, even if they're all true, at the same time, it is my perspective that those are not disqualifying events or characteristics. They shouldn't be disqualifying. They shouldn't drop you from the first round to the fifth round. Those things. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about his demonstrated skill over his 4 years as a college athlete. Now, he played in 50 games over his 4 years. His completion rate was 70%, 7-0. 14,347 passing yards, 134 touchdowns passing, 17 touchdowns rushing on 27 interceptions. Okay. Now, before you say, well, how do I know if that's bad or good? Let's see what Cam Ward did. Now, Cam played 5 years. Cam was the number one person off the board. Okay. 57 games. His completion percentage was 65%. Now, his passing yards, 18,189. 158 passing TDs, 20 rushing TDs on 37 picks. That's Cam Ward. So, better number of passing yards, better passing TDs, better rushing TDs. He had 7 more games on the board than Shedeur Sanders. Okay. Now, the other guys, Kyle McCord, Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart. I didn't even write down Dylan Gabriel. Okay. None of them were close on any of those stats. 0 of those stats. All of those percentages, Shedeur Sanders exceeded their performance, except Jalen Milroe had 33 rushing touchdowns. And as we know, he's a rushing quarterback. He's a runner, right? He's a running QB. So, just on the math, the low draft pick does not make sense when 3 guys who have considerably less successful records move ahead of him. Just on the math, even if all those other things are true. So I am not persuaded that the cons outweigh the pros with respect to Shedeur Sanders and the result that we witnessed from him going from a supposed first round draft pick to the 5th round on the weekend when it's getting shady and people getting worried. Okay. So in this case, the NFL's actions are shenanigans, and they have built a skyscraper in Shady Town. So that's what I think. Cleveland, y'all deserve to win. I believe you got a winner in a future QB, and I hope all goes well for Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. Let me know what you think.